Hello everybody, I think it's Thursday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. I've been left a bit shell-shocked after being in the penitentiary. The carers, this is the second day, so I got sprung on Tuesday because the carers had to sort of help me get onto the wheelchair because I was stuck because it was a wrong chair. Though today they didn't, and I can't remember them coming yesterday either. So I think I'm on day 2, so that means Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday, today must be Thursday. Anyway, I thought, I'll record a song from the Uke to the Bridge. It's a ukulele club, and people they give a subject for the month, this month's body parts. But I must have done over 10 versions of it, and each one goes wrong. I mean, I don't even get past the first chord a couple of times, which gets me annoyed, and then I try another go at it, and then it doesn't work then either. So maybe I'll have a sip of, what is this stuff? I'll have a little look. I think it might be Ruddles, I'm not sure. Oh, it's Abbott Ale. Now, if you like beer, you'll like this. It's a nice, sort of rich tasting beer. Let me put my ukulele, or guitar as the carer calls it. Oh, it's already got one on there. I'm so dumb. We haven't got a spare stand. I'll have to do against them. Yeah, my filming's not going so well today. Yeah, it's Abbott Ale, made by Green King, and they're from Suffolk in England, and it is a real nice English ale. Really tastes, and this is out of can as well. So poured out of a proper hand pull dispenser in a pub, it's even better. But it's still brilliant in the can. So Abbott Ale. I used to drink Abbott Ale in the Cross Keys. When I used to go in the Cross Keys, I used to go and see Big Rob, who's sadly not with us anymore. Yeah, that was the days when I could stand up and everything, still. But yeah, he was in there that much in that pub. People used to think he was the landlord because he used to dress in a smart white shirt and lean on the bar, surveying. And he looked like a landlord because he's always there. And and not sort of not making a fool of himself or anything like that. A very quiet person, sort of standing in the corner. Great to talk to though, a bit argumentative, but at least he's talking back, isn't he? So couldn't interest him in a ukulele because he says they're horrible. For no reason. He just says, no, I don't like them. So, yeah. And he drove an Audi, which was nice. But then he had a undercover car, which he used sometimes. I think if he had a bit of session at home, he didn't want to be seen out driving his Audi. So he used to come in this Peugeot 205, which is like a real undramatic looking car. And he'd come in that. It's like his drink driving car. It was all right though, and anybody who can walk could have got from the pub to his house in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes brisk walk, 10 minutes if you really shuffled along. But yeah, he used to drive to the pub every time. So we used to drink in there, and he used to send his beer back if it wasn't got enough bubbles in it. He liked life in his, and he used to drink the premium beer as well, stuff that cost a lot. But then he'd send a lot back. Then they got fed up with him, and he banned himself in the end because he was fed up with them moaning at him for sending stuff that wasn't bubbly enough back. And they're saying, "Oh, we've got to pour it down the sink. We've got to pour it down the sink." Of course they haven't. They did meals in there. They could use it for cooking or something like that. It was just wasn't. I mean, I'd have drunk it, but he wanted like a lively sort of pint. But anyway, bless his soul, he's gone now. He's in the Pearly Gates Tavern, I do believe, with Eric, and because he knew Eric. Who else would he know up there? Well, Eric and his dog. What's his dog's name? Rip. Yeah, a dog called Rip. Rip was buried with Eric in his coffin. So it had an arrangement with the bloke that ran the cemetery. And when Eric snuffed it, the bloke owned his coffin and put Rip in as well. Rip had died earlier and he'd been kept on ice sort of thing, so he didn't deteriorate. And then put him in the coffin with Eric. So he'll be running around in the Pearly Gates Tavern. But trying to think of anybody else that might not be with us who's in the drinking community. There was a bloke with one arm, but he was a bit temperamental. I don't think he'd have been talking to him. But he was strange. Like one day he'd hate you, and the next day he'd want to shake your hand with his one remaining hand. And what I find today? Toenail clippers. What the bloody hell do I want with toenail clippers? Oh. When I lost my first leg, Claire threw away all me right hand shoes, so I just got left shoes because I think she thought I'd get a prosthetic or something. So she kept the left ones and binned all the right ones, and then of course I lost my other leg as well. So the whole lot got binned, all new practically, because I used to buy things that I didn't really need and that. But then I used to think, oh yeah, I'll just get some. When I get my new wheelchair, which I've overspent on, I'll get all kitted out into like good trainers and jacket. My motorcycle helmet I bought as well. Thankfully, it didn't fit, so it went back. But my idea was it was black with a black sort of glass on it, and the what do we call it? The scooter, electric wheelchair, that was black and quite big and impressive. So I thought it looked good, sort of like Night Rider sort of driving down the road, because it did 8 miles an hour, which is fast for well, not as fast as these things that the kids are running around in now, but they go on the roads all the time when they're up and down the pavement. But this, for what I wanted, it was fast. And anyway, nothing happened in the end. So the helmet went back because I couldn't get it on, but it would have cost me 50 quid or something if it fitted, and I'd have had no use for it. So yeah, I got a refund. Yeah. So what else have I got to do? I've got to send details of my driving licence, front and back, and my national insurance number to one of my electric wheelchairs. Mobility for them bought it fairly quickly, so I lost a bit of money, but it was all tidying out the way. They collected it. It was perfect sale, apart from probably worth a bit more money, but whatever. Anyway, it's put my account in PayPal over £2,000, and they won't release money over £2,000 unless they've got your national insurance number for the taxman and proof of identity. I suppose if you're money laundering or something, they'll get you through that. I don't know. But a bit like Turkish barbers, isn't it? Millions of Turkish barbers. But them laundering money now, laundry money-ing, as far as I know. Might be wrong. But I hope they are laundering money. I hope they're getting away with it. Why not? As long as they're not hurting anybody. But that is nice, that Abbott Ale. Slightly dented tin. But yeah, I've got a couple more cans of that which I might engage with. So what else have I done today? I tried to do this song. I mean, this Uke to the Bridge. Have I told you this already? Have I just told you this? Uke to the Bridge Ukulele Club. It's on Facebook. And I've written a song and it's about body parts. The subject matter is supposed to be about body parts, so I wrote one. got the tune for it and everything. Practiced this morning and yesterday and today. It just won't work. I don't get to the end of any verse playing the same chords. You know, it's like a different song every time. Even the first line's wrong. So I've got to sack that. Oh, excuse me. I'll do it later when I'm more capable. It's not the habit. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those days where I've written 2 verses for it. Sorry, 2 keys for it. I've done 2 keys. And I've been practicing in the one key, and then I've just switched it to the other key today. And I'm playing both the keys, getting them all mixed up, and because they're all familiar chords, but I'm getting them mixed up and it doesn't work. So I've sacked that till a later date. What else have I done? I don't know really. The toilet seat's really good now. Like a commode thing. But you can spin around on it and stuff and nothing breaks. It's great. Nice and helpful, rugged. And then the carers have been there about 10 minutes. And they said when the supervisor comes, she says, make sure you tell them that you don't really need carers. 2 carers twice a day, because you're doing it all on, you know, you're getting into bed on your own, getting up on your own, and getting to the toilet on your own. You don't need any help with anything. And you're making your own meals and whatever. So I don't need them. And like cleaning and washing. And my friend Claire, she does all that. So yeah, I've just bought her a kitten. This friend of hers says, oh, can you look after these kittens until I can sell them? Because I don't know why, but Claire loves kittens anyway, or cats. So she's got buyers for them all. But there's one of them she wanted to keep. She took a particular liking to it. But she says, I can't afford to keep it because I need to sell these kittens to cover me costs of looking after them, because you have to feed them and take him to the vets and all the rest of it. So she says, I ain't got the money to do it. But it's a birthday coming up, so she can have that for a birthday. I sent her some dosh this morning. I can't remember what it's called. It's something about Harry Potter. Yeah, she likes Harry Potter and cats. Yeah, so she'll be coming around later on. And it's going to be getting a bit warmer later in the week. Well, it's Thursday now, isn't it? So it's quite late in the week. Feels quite warm now, but I think that's because I've got the heating up. Because I've got a little bit institutionalised with care home temperatures, which are, even when it's like phenomenally hot, you feel cold. Because you just get used to massive heat. And then I know where I put thermostat here, and I've got it on sort of winter settings. So I'm getting like my dad used to set them. It used to be 25 degrees centigrade in the house, at minimum. Even if it was a heat wave outside. And he'd be in the house with the jumper on. And they're belting this heat out. It's terrible. But I don't know why I did it really, because it wasn't cold. But maybe if you get old. But there again, I'm old. I mean, I thought when you got to 70, you could call yourself old. But I don't feel old. So I don't know. There was a bloke on the radio this morning. He was 101, I think. Who was quite chatty in that, talking about VE Day and all that sort of thing. And I was sort of thinking, I wonder if I'll live to 101. And then you start thinking, can you afford to live to 101? But as you get older, your interests drop a little bit. You know, like having a drink or something like that, you just don't feel like it anymore. This is what I've observed. Even people that, you know, ex-heavy drinkers and stuff, they just get older and they just stop drinking. And, you know, they've not got an interest of growing out of it, sort of thing. Anyway, so, have I played any music yet? I haven't, no. Because what I was going to do, I was going to play, I'm writing this song, so I haven't finished it yet. But I'm going to write, oops. I do all the noises of an old person, like ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. I could write a song about that. Like, ooh, 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 ow, ow, ow. So I wanted to write a song about the lift, the famous lift that broke down when I got there and kept me trapped in my room for 3 days, whilst they were coming up, winching me on and off the bed. They never winched me to the toilet though. Didn't go. They tried to put me on a what do we call it? What do you call it? Bedpan thing? They winched me up and tried to lower me onto that, but that didn't work. And so I didn't go for like a number 2 for 3 days. I'm sure you wanted that information, don't you? But anyway, so I started writing this song. I'll probably change it. And it's there were 2 elements in it. So the lift song brought me up. Now it's getting me down. 'Cause the lift's done and died. 'Cause its meter's gone and fried. So I'm stuck on the 2nd floor, locked behind my fire-safe door. Hours I'll be safe and sound, safe and sound, safe and sound. Oh, 4 hours. Sorry, I missed that. I thought it was verse 4. It was only 2. 4 hours I'll be safe and sound, safe and sound. 4 hours I'll be safe and sound. If the 2nd floor fire abounds. I fought the lift and the lift won, safe and sound. Yes, I'll be safe and sound behind my fireproof door for 4 hours more. The lift brought me up. Now it's really getting me down. 'Cause the lift has gone and died. Yeah, its mentor's gone and fried. Motor's supposed to be. I'm stuck up on the 2nd floor, locked behind my fire-safe door. 4 hours I'll be safe and sound, safe and sound, safe and sound. I was given that information that you can be in your room and safe from fire for 4 hours before you die. I think it takes that long for it to burn down or something. I don't think you got a lot of chance being in the 2nd floor in a care home. They did say they got a sling and they could carry me down in a sling. But you'd have to have 3 people, that would be me in a sling and 2 people to carry me somehow. Because you wouldn't be able to use the lift machine, that won't go down the stairs. Don't know how they'd do it. I did see a film once and the bloke went down in a wheelchair and I think he went down backwards. So like driving it on the big back wheel. And he sort of tilted himself, sort of centre of gravity and all the rest of it. Got the gravity right and then he just went down one step, down the next one. Which I believe you can do because I've seen videos of people that can do all that sort of thing. They just lean back a little bit and then lean forward just to block it. And then they're just balancing on the big back wheels. And they can do more stuff with that, like do curbs and stuff like that. But you've got to have, according to these people who can do it, when you're trying it, don't do it on your own because they reckon no matter how good you think you are, one time it will go wrong and you'll be flat on your back and that could be like not good. And with a broken back as well. Yeah, so that was first draft of the lift brought me up. Now it's getting me down. 'Cause the lift's done and died. 'Cause the motor's gone and fried. I'm stuck on the 2nd floor, locked behind my fire-safe door. In 4 hours I'll be safe and sound. 4 hours I'll be safe and sound. If the 2nd floor fire abounds. Should have done that. Anyway. Well, I hope everybody's good. And thanks, Yinchy, for your messages. Nice to know that I've got people in New Zealand checking the ABV of the wine that I drink. You see, I've caught this like lack of memory from being in the cells. Shed something. Shed red, shed white. Anyway, over here it's like 12%. Over there it's 13.5%. Still, So, anyway, people making money out of it somewhere. Yes, so I think that's, what time is it now? This video's been going on 20 minutes. I'll probably find it hasn't recorded, so you might not hear any of it. Which, why I'm talking to you, if you're not going to hear any of it, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for communicating, thanks for liking, sharing, and all the other things that you can do. I'll put the words to this under the YouTube video, but I won't put any chords on because I just make that up myself. I mean, if you want to do something with it, make a song out of it. But that's my words. They need working on, they need tidying up and that. But hey, this is what genius happens to genius is. Jam Shed, that wine, Jam Shed. Right, so I'm going to go now. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll do something. I might finish off this song, I might not. Sure, there was something important I need to do. And it's warming up at the weekend, I think. So I might be able to get out, get on my electric chair and go for a little drive. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Might be able to sort of take my camera. Well, this is the camera of the phone. And take you on my travels. I'm not sure about it. I've got one of those gimbal things that you hold in your hand and it keeps it, steady. But then you've only got one hand to hold on, and that hand's got to operate the joystick to make you go forwards, backwards, and stop, which is a lot for what somebody who's like useless at joysticks to do whilst holding a gimbal thing. Plus the phone might fall out the bracket thing, and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll do one in the garden. I did one last time and that went all right. So yeah, I fought the lift and the lift lost, but it didn't. It won, and there we are. Right, so I love you and leave you, and hopefully I'll be with you tomorrow. Talk some more. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.